So negotiations is what separates the professionals from the amateurs. That is a very true statement. It is very true. Don't sweat writing too much down today. I really want you all to absorb it. When this is over, I'm going to drop this in there just like I did the other few. For those that are new, my teaching style is write down bullet points that just real quick stuff that you can actually go back and research and add to. Watch the replay. You got the slides. You hear me talking. Now you can really start to put things in action. Intro to negotiation, introductory stuff, clarity. Be clear on what you want to accomplish. Chess move out the gate. When you're playing chess, you got to move your pawns and set things up, and then you start moving your pieces around. Clarity, you have to go into the deal. We talked about this in the first couple sessions on what is a good deal, what type of house, what I'm going to do with it, yada, yada. Make sure that your first house is your first investment, I would say. But just be clear, like know what you're going after and know, look, I ain't going to do no more than this, no less than this. Being clear also shows you, look, if this ain't within my wheelhouse of numbers, I ain't doing this deal. This just ain't gonna work for me. And you have to be okay with that. Y'all that are the I call them emotional creatures, to where you really, I love this house. No, don't do that, because you're gonna love that house. But if you go overboard, buy the car, this and the third, you can't get emotional about these things. Negotiations is you got it. I know here's where I'm at. Boom, I'm gonna walk away. And the most satisfying thing for me, even as an investor, is when I learned to walk away and I wasn't tripping. I didn't care if somebody else got the house. Cool, that's for them. What God has for me is for me. But you have to know what you want. Game plan, discuss your best alternative to negotiated outcome. This is a weird acronym. I never really use it a whole lot, but it's interesting. Discuss your best alternative to a negotiated outcome. Again, I don't use it a lot, so it's hard for me to say, but I get where they're coming from. What is that game plan? And when they say discuss, that's what I want to really focus more on. Who are you talking this out with? Please don't do this stuff by yourself. Please don't do this by yourself. For the newbies that are here, when you go back to the first couple of replays, you'll see that I talk about building a team, the CPA, the realtor, the title company, right, lender, et cetera. People have done that, do this for a while. One of the best ways to get into that discussion phase of things is just being around these people. You can't beat that. That is like the most underrated gem. You can't beat being around people, mirroring people. I got people that pay me just to come sit in my office and watch me move all day. I'm like, come on, fly down, sit around. You're going to catch a lot. Listen, engage both with your ears and mouth in the deal. I'm real big on listening. I don't like to talk a whole lot. I like teach, but I'm not teaching. I listen. Like, I get on Clubhouse, I got a burner, I'm listening. In negotiating deals, I'm listening. I'm watching body language. If you're doing this, I know you're about to shut down. If you're doing this, you're aggressive, you're crossing your legs, you're trying, how you're sitting, watching and reading body language. I will get into some psychology. It's like take Conundrum's class on that consumer psychology thing. The psychology thing is off the chain. The bank system, even that AI system that's been out for a couple of years, learn people's psychology. I can tell if you really I can tell if you're really into your notes, because most people, if they're right-handed, if they enter their notes, their hand is on their chin real, but like they into it. If they're lazy, they kind of like this here. But if they're into it, they're like this here. I watch, and then they smile when you see them doing it, but it's fine. I watch everything. I watch if you blink, you can't catch me. Don't let this country boy fool y'all. I done been around the block enough. I'll slay you open. But I want y'all to get like that. And you want to be cocky internally with how you move, but I'm very humble, because one thing I know, and when I was in Taekwondo, small story, I was 17-1. I was 17-0 before I got knocked out. This little Muay Thai fighter came in. This little dude was probably 5'1", but he started doing these knuckle push-ups and stuff. And I'm like, all right, I do them like that, but I don't do them like that. I wasn't scared of the dude, because I'm like, all right, okay, it is what it is. But then his pre-kata and his pre-training, I'm like, this is going to be interesting, because he's short and I'm taller. My reach ain't really helping me. All right, let's go. 3 into the third round, minute and a half into it, he hits me with I don't know how many punches in my ribs. And I let him inside. I was trying to grapple. I can't grapple with him because he's too fast. But he lights my ribs up so bad. I'm like, I'm dead. I can't breathe, but I can't show him I can't breathe because I know what he's gonna do next. And I'll make a move to go at him, light him up a couple times. Da da da. His chin didn't even move. I'm like, bruh, what is this dude made of? For real. And next thing I know, I'm in the hospital because I didn't see his reverse kick come around where his body stayed in one spot. This is the old school VHS cameras back in the day. So I had to watch the film on that. This dude stands here and his foot comes around and hits me. And I still got locked, y'all, to this day. Knocked me smooth out. And it's like, I didn't study my opponent well enough. I could have watched it before, but 17-year-old make you real cocky real quick. And after that, I was like, nah, I'm done. I'm good. I'm gonna go ahead and get my little red black belt called today. And from that point on, I've been very, very keen on, this is before my professional career ever started, very keen on I'm going to listen and watch and study my opponent because I ain't getting knocked out again. And nothing in life. Y'all who know my story, I was wrongfully imprisoned for some BS years back. And I could have chirped and told them people and did whatever. Like, nah, the hood ain't gonna let me back home like, on that kind of mess. We ain't doing that today. That's another story. But I'm saying all that to say I've been around enough to where that listening part, use both ears and listen. Learn to watch people and listen to people in spaces where you never know what you'll learn and who you'll learn from, is my point. The secretary at the front desk, I treat her the same way I treat the CEO. Like, cool, what they got to do in negotiations? Everything. Because what you want out of the deal, you got to make sure you can give some concessions. You got to know what you can give, but what you want out of it. And never let that person know really, really, really what your true intentions are. Anybody here read 48 Laws of Power? Like, really read that whole book? Never show your true intentions. I live by that. There's deals now. People hit me up later. Is that what you wanted out of the deal? I'm like, no, I'm not gonna tell you what I wanted because I never know what you're gonna need later on. I never show you my true intentions ever. Now I'm teaching y'all, so I'm being more vulnerable. But in the business world, hey, no. I know what I want. I need to figure out what you need. What's your pain point? And if what you really need, if it aligns with what I can give up, okay, cool. I'm not gonna get my feelings into it. Like, all right, they want that bad. How bad do I want this deal? Okay, cool. I'll give it up in a minute as far as what you want. I'm not gonna let you think I'm giving it to you either, though. I'm gonna ease that thing on in there to where you want them to think it's a hard give. Real, bro. All right, I'll let you wait too. Never rush into a deal. This is not a point on here, but write this down. Never go into a negotiation desperate. Just like a relationship. Don't act brand new. Don't act desperate. This is the worst way. Because again, you never know who's seasoned. There's a brother that I was working with in Dallas. There's a commercial deal in Ohio. This brother, former military, but he let that show. He was too aggressive. And the guy was really kind of a backwoods kind of country guy. So he led with that old country way of talking, real slangy, Midwest kind of thing. Kind of find that this guy is probably worth a good $500 million easily. He just wanted the realtor on the deal who referred the guy to the table. And the guy just talked his way out of a good deal. He was going to give him the land to just develop on, but he screwed up because he didn't want to act right. Get creative when needed. Be creative on your offers. So for me, everything's creative. There's nothing that's going to be really standard. Don't go into this thing like, I think all of you, especially the new ones, if y'all haven't gotten your real estate license, go get it. Take that course, get the education behind you. Take as much education as you can from a good brokerage. Always learn. I've been in real estate all my life and I'm still learning. There's a lot that I don't know. I don't want to know it all, but I do want to at least understand and grasp it all. Study your counterpart. We kind of talked into that. Work on a win-win situation. I'm going to be real open with y'all in this class. I know it's recorded. I don't care if you're winning. I really don't. This is business is a battleground. I want what I want and I want it the way I want it. Now, in negotiating, there always is give and take. You got to give up something. In my mind, I'm not trying to see it as you winning. I just need to make sure you get what you get, I get what I get, and we're on with it.